Cachoeira do Bom Jesus right now. And over there, the tip where that hill is called Ponta das Canas. Now there's loads of tiny fishing boats anchored there, so I was like, I'm gonna have a look at that. So yesterday I got my running stuff on and I went for a run. First time in forever. But a guy came to me and said, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, no way. It was someone from the shipyard. He said, come back tomorrow morning. So it's now nearly 9 o'clock, it's 8:50. To go pick up a fish. So we might have another fish for lunch or dinner today. So it'll be super, super cool. I thought the best way to get there, as we've got a fast dinghy engine now, is just get in the dinghy. Here, so let's go and find him at the beach. Olha isso, é muito. Leva. Olha isso. Valeu, qual é o nome?
Obrigado, Iago.
Iago? Isso. Push these guys to the mooring buoy with the engine because their engine had problems. I got like 6 other fish. This is Pablo. Maybe you recognize him from the ship. Yeah, tudo bom?
Tudo bom?
So we found him after all.
Good morning, people!
Roubá-lo. Ó, quer deixar? Roubá-lo. Quiser se deixar?
Pablo knows Toninho from the shipyard. 30 anos, 30 years already. And thanks to him we've got 1, 2, qual o nome do outro peixe?
Goivira.
Goivira and
Corvina.
one corvina. So we'll have a lot to eat later. Tem que ir no barco comer conosco?
Vamos lá, uma hora a gente vai lá comer.
Anyway, picture for Toninho. There you go. Just before he's leaving, he's telling me the secret to know where you can find corvina. And I'm going to look up what corvina is in English for you guys to put it on the screen. Mas fala, como é para pescar corvina?
Então, a gente procura o ronco. Ela faz um ronco tipo brrr, e bate como se estivesse martelando um prego. Tu, 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 tu. A gente tem um cano de PVC de água de 25 milímetros, põe um tampão de isopor na ponta e uma tampinha de Coca-Cola na outra que põe no ouvido, mais ou menos 2,5 metros de tamanho. A gente põe na água e bota a tampa no ouvido e escuta ela roncar.
Pode ser 1, pode ser 100?
Pode ser 1.000 quilos, 2.000 quilos, 5.000 quilos, como pode ser
sempre junto?
Sempre junto. E assim é artesanal. A gente escuta, não é com sonar, não é com nada, é com esse aparelho que foi criado de forma artesanal. Tá no ouvido.
How about that? Que legal. Tá bom. Vou te ver de novo. Até a próxima. Valeu. Watch this, the battle of the birds. It is literally completely dry. Literally completely, absolutely dry right now. I don't know if you can tell what's behind me. You can see the rain just pouring down. So here in Brazil, at least in spring and summertime, it lasts about an hour and a bit. And it just decides to tip it down, create all those green plants you see in the horizon, on the hills, all those beautiful flowers. I spent the last couple of days thinking that it's such a pity that we're stuck at this anchorage right now. At least we're at a mooring buoy and we don't have to worry about anchor dragging. Then I got to meditate a bit. Not meditate, what am I saying? I got to thinking, this is something we needed. We went around the island and a few mishaps happened. The mast snapped, we got stuck, and we've learned a lot of things. Arriving here was such a relief that we just moored the boat and just sent everything off to get fixed properly. Sacrificing having all the equipment on board to sailing and sending it all off to get fixed and improved is giving us kind of something to look forward to. When we have everything back, we are going to have an even more finished boat than before. Finished as in strong standing rigging, davit system, having a more travel-worthy boat. I don't know exactly in how many days we've sailed down, we've done loads of anchorages, we've gone around the island. We really figured out what our priorities are and what we're going to do. So no more being sad about being at this anchorage. It's a really cool island. Actually, me and MP went on a quick picnic over there. Perfect camping size. It was really cool. We just took the dinghy to the island, we took a cool box, we caught some of the fish we caught ever, and we did a little cook up. Speaking of, we're not gonna do boring jobs like fasten diesel tanks. I'm gonna connect 2 more diesel tanks now. So the liquid I'm using on all these diesel tanks wherever I can is glue for gaskets of diesel tanks. So even though there is a kind of a rubber O-ring on most of these things, I just think that is a very good way to make sure it's completely sealed, especially underneath the tank, where if you want to fix it, you have to empty the tank completely. Next in line is a valve. You don't want anything between this and the tank. In case anything leaks, you just shut the valve in the tank. Long term, we would like a sensor up by the helm to measure diesel levels up there, but anything electronic can break. And we always like to have a transparent hose just here. So this requires a connector, a T, and then 2 hose connectors here. And before you know it, this one's going to be replaced with exactly this hose here. So I'm going to close the valve on the tank, replace this hose, drain it. Should I do it now? Yeah, I'll do it now. Why do we procrastinate with these type of things, eh? The good thing about replacing the transparent hose with the black hose is that now it has given me a diesel level inspection hose for that one over there. So we had 2 tanks of 220 litres connected. Let's say we do 10 litres per hour, which is 440 litres or 44 hours. Now we've just added another 220 litres capacity to our boat, which means we can go 66 hours and soon we can go 88 hours. And of course, remember, that is without sails. Now the sun is setting, which made it so much cooler in the engine room. It's so flat and smooth, which is so comfortable at anchorage. Now, I started doing a different job at lunchtime, which I would like to show you guys as well, because I think you can benefit from it. Now that I'm trying to find place to everything for the boards, for other boards, for life jacket, the fishing rods are something that have always been in the way. So let's find a place for them. I can't tell you how happy I am that all these are up here and not in the way. So happy. Really easy. You just unhook one side like that and you pull it out the other whenever you need it and you hook it back in. It's been a good day with the diesel tank and this. Now I'm going to do one more job. Now I don't know where this is going, but I thought, why not keep filming as I've got the camera out anyway. Maybe you guys are interested in seeing what we eat, what we do for dinner now. Some potatoes with pepper, salt and olive oil in the aluminium foil, and some peppers. Bon appetit, guys. A lot of you don't know this. Before we moved onto the boat, we were living in an apartment which we have to empty. We didn't think it made much sense that both of us would head over there and leave the boat alone with all jobs that need to be done still. So MP went over to the apartment, so I'm here alone, and I just got a really cool message from her as she was going through a bunch of our old things.
Years ago, even before Yabá was in our lives, Ben gave me a voucher for kitesurfing lessons. A dream I kept putting off because it never felt like the right time.
Ready?
Yeah.
Pronto?
You.
How's it gonna go? Excited?
Yeah.
Something we've been wanting to do for a very long time. In fact, a long time. 5 years ago, I bought MP kite surf lessons for her birthday, and today's the day where that is coming true.
We were always too busy, and squeezing in a new sport didn't quite fit into our plans. But at some point, you have to stop postponing the things you truly want. With a little nudge from our friend who was also eager to try, we finally went for it. It was my first time seeing the gear up close, and there was so much to learn.
You're doing so good!
You start by mastering the kite, learning to control its every move. I spent a lot of time body dragging, getting used to its pull and rhythm.
Hey, nice! That's her for today's lesson. She did absolutely amazing. The only thing missing now is a board, but she zigzagged the entire way. From all the way upwind there, all the way down here. Super controlled. Well done, MP!
Boa.
And once I felt more confident, we added a board. And things got a lot tougher.
You ready?
You said you're not going upwind or downwind, you're going on fall wind. It's the direction that I'm gonna follow.
I fell. And then I fell. And then I fell again.
Good bit!
And again.
Easy!
But like in life, as long as you keep getting back up, you're still in the game.
I have a lot to learn still though.
Well, you got up today
Yeah.
a few times.
It was really fun, yeah.
Coming back tomorrow?
Yeah.
I still have a long way to go, but the thrill of learning something new is really worth every fall. And I'm excited to say that this is just the beginning.
Isso, movimenta. Isso. Boa, deixa parado agora. Fica parada. Isso. Parado, não movimenta. Aê, galera.